Welcome to my vlog for Stratford-upon Avon, the birthplace of William Shakespeare, the most famous playwright. Now, I'm doing one of his plays, Macbeth, so I decided to hop on and just look at his birthplace, his hometown, where he lived, where he died, and all of that stuff. Now, my first impression is it's a lovely town. There's this river, there's like boats, and there's this massive Ferris wheel, and there are these like little shops, I'd say, set up, and they sell everything ranging from food to jewelry to like everything. Now, I was a bit hungry after like the 2-hour drive, so I decided to get a quick Jamaican snack, and this was so tender. The chicken, it had barbecue sauce, it was roasted, everything was amazing. It had a massive queue, but definitely worth it. Now, I was just strolling around the park, like right outside of the festival thing, and you can see people like showing off their skills. For example, this guy. Isn't that amazing? And also, I feel like he's really funny as well, because in the first 2 times, he pretended to not be able to catch it, and just look. Yeah, that was really funny, and that's what I found about the people. Like, they're so nice to people. And obviously, this is the town centre. You can see like the works, all the common shops. But the main thing is that there's a clash between modern and like Elizabethan. Like the buildings, just look at them. They look like they're just from the Elizabethan era. Even if you walk along any street, you see these buildings and you're like, have I time traveled? And obviously the main thing is Shakespeare's birthplace. This is where Shakespeare was born in, I'd say, 1500 something, and it's still here. And I find it to be extraordinary how a building could stand like up to 500 years. And you can see like around the city there's like all of these statues of Shakespeare, and then obviously there are like all of these famous quotations from him. Sadly, I could not find any quotations about Macbeth, or maybe I did not look as clear as I want to. But yeah, it was amazing, like just seeing all these statues. And also just look, like there are cars and then there are buildings that are from the Elizabethan century, and they just it sort of clashes, but I feel like clashes in a good way, as in like you feel how people would have like felt during like 500 years ago, but also you have the convenience of the modern thing like cars. And I would say the buildings then in the Elizabethan century were absolutely so intricate. But obviously not everything is like old and classic. Look at this telephone stand. I mean, come on. Just look at it inside. There are all of these like clockworks. It's a bit like engineering, it reminds me of. And coming as a tourist, obviously I needed to hop into the bookshelf. Well, there are these like tiny books which I feel like are so cute, and then there are like all of these souvenirs, and I bought these pins so I can share with my friends. Now, there's also the teddy bear shop, and oh my god, I absolutely love it in there. Look at all these tiny furnitures and these like little books and little mugs. I do feel like that they're aimed for people like maybe younger, but I really wanted to get something at least. And look at all of these stuffed animals, they're so cute. Like Once Upon a Time, Mr. Bean, and obviously teddy bears, and the most classic of them all, Paddington Bear. It just felt so like British in there. And I love how Paddington was sitting in the bag with the British flag in it. and there's King Charles, and a lot of other cute stuff. There are more books, and one thing that I found to be a shock was that I saw JB Presley there, and I'm doing an Inspector Calls on him. And that was fascinating to see.